Coach, let's start out just overall assessment of the game.
You know, I think our focus for 40 minutes was much better tonight. We didn't have any glaring defensive lapses. And then the huge thing was we only turned the ball over 11 times. You know, we had 4 in the first half. They cranked up the pressure in the second half. You know, we turned it over, I don't know where my math is, 7 times in the second half, which is a little bit too much. But, you know, you saw what happens when we turn it over 20 in the last 2 games. So we needed to win a Saturday game. We hadn't won a Saturday game yet. This was a big win for us. So we're right back at 500 in league, and we just got to keep chipping away. We at least got to get a split next weekend, and when we come back home, we got to get 2. So somewhere along the line, we got to get 2. If we can get 2 next week, great. If we get 2 the week after, great there. But you know, I thought our effort was very good. That team is much better than their record. All the teams in this league are good, and that team is much better than their record. They played very hard tonight, and we stepped up and battled.
Daye, tell me a little bit about your presence on the court. Sometimes when you come off the bench, you give us an offensive spark or a defensive spark. What's your mindset when you're on the court?
Just to come out, bring a lot of energy and effort, and to be a leader. Know what we're doing out there at all times, and I haven't been doing a good job of that, and it kind of showed last night really bad. But Coach got on me about it, and I righted the ship tonight. So it's just bringing a lot of energy, a lot of effort. That can go a long way. Even if I don't score, if I don't get any steals, or if I take a charge, I think taking a charge is even bigger than scoring, because that's immediately turnover and a foul right away, and we get the ball. So you kill, 2 birds with 1 stone with just 1 charge. So that's why I'm looking to take a charge basically every time.
Plus, he's so short they can't see him when they're driving.
Here we go. Here we go, man.
Daye, maybe you can comment, and then Coach, you can chime in. How did the more concerted effort to reduce turnovers go tonight? How did that work amongst your teammates?
Well, 20 turnovers and 5 were mine at the 1. And playing as much minutes as I do, I can't turn the ball over 5 times. That's unacceptable. And when you do that, when your point guard's turning the ball over 2 times, you're going to be in bad shape down the stretch, because they rely on me to bring the ball up the court 90% of the time. And if I'm turning it over every time, we're not going to be very good.
You know, I think the biggest thing is both Daye and Pat. You know, we watched some film this morning, and then they corrected the errors they had last night. And that's the biggest thing. We got a group of guys that takes accountability for, their play, whether it's good or bad or in between, and they all want to get better. And both of these guys are competitors. And Daye's super emotional. He played a lot more just under control tonight. We need that emotional spark from him, but at the same time, we also need him to not get too emotional. And that's a fine line to walk. And as a coach, I got to try and balance that, just the personalities on the team. But my hat's off to both of them, because, they had 3 turnovers tonight between the 2 of them, and that led to us only having 11, and that's huge. When they're taking care of the ball, everybody's confident, everybody's comfortable, and we got full court press more than we've been pressed the entire year, and they handled it. They handled the hand check and they handled the ball pressure, and we were successful tonight.
Yeah, when you talk about focus, it seemed like the last 5-6 minutes of this game, there was much more quiet intensity than like the last couple of games you've had.
Yeah, we did a much better job defensively. We got away from it in a couple possessions, but you're always going to have some lapses. I think the biggest thing with us is that we just stay focused. My kid's trying to photobomb the interview right now. I love my family, so hi, Courtney. We stayed focused tonight for the whole 40 minutes. We played a much better mental game. Our effort's been great all year, but when we're not in it mentally, it affects how we play, and we weren't in it mentally last night for whatever reason. And tonight we figured it out. We got a group of competitive, prideful kids, and we battled.
Can you touch on a little bit the pregame ceremonies for?
I didn't get the chance to coach Trini or know him, but I thought that was really nice. My thing with the guys is we talk about being part of a family, and I think anybody that's played here, is part of the Otter family. So I thought that was great that we did it, especially, with Dominguez in town. Coach Becker played with them. They both played for the same coach. Coach Trumbo's a great guy. It was good to have him back. It was good to see those guys here. And I thought it was really nice just to give Coach Trumbo a chance to talk about him and just give people a chance to remember him. I'm disappointed, obviously, that I never got to meet him. But I've heard a lot of great things about him. I've never heard anybody say anything bad about him, and that was just kind of echoed tonight. And so, it was good. I think it was good for our guys, even though they didn't know him, to get to see, hey, there's a guy that played here, long before we even got here, and he's still a part of this family, and we're still honoring him. And I think it just kind of reinforces the family mentality we have here. So.
Daye, looking forward to next weekend. How do you and the guys adjust from going to back-to-back games to Thursday and Saturday, and going from Southern California to all the way to North California?
Well, I mean, that's basketball. You can't control that, so you don't try to. You just go to practice and you do what you're supposed to. You listen, you read your scouting report, and then you go out there and perform.
I want to be in the NBA. It's an NBA road trip.
I don't mind traveling. I get to go home, so this is fun for me.
Yeah, how great is it for like you and Marquise and the other SoCal guys to kind of have a little bit of home field advantage when you head south?
Well, I feel like anytime we play down south, it's never an away game. I feel like it's more of a home game. I have my Monterey family, but then, my real family actually comes out there and they watch us play, and so it's good to, showcase your talents in front of your family. There's ain't nothing better than that.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Josh.